Shalom. Shabbat Shalom, my brothers and sisters. My name is Symmanayah, and this is the Inward Man. Let's get started. It is a reflection of a moment in time of that which is stirring inside of me. In this moment in time, my brothers and sisters, my spirit is stirred. I rejoice and say hallelujah. For when I pray and seek to discern what the Spirit of Yahusha is saying to me, it is refreshing. It is like fresh water, pure water to my being. It is like oxygen that breathes life into my soul. My brothers and sisters, in this segment of the Inward Man, I want to say to you, in these end times, it is important for us to realize the necessity to discern the difference between corruptible and incorruptible. You see where I state in the picture here the rise of the 144,000 and great multitude. I say to you, my brothers and sisters, we have set the bar high. We believe that those we've read about in the scriptures that did some phenomenal things as they were used by the Most High, that they were all but a bag of chips, so to speak. All of that. And I say to you, it wasn't that they purchased their positions of leadership or they purchased their position in the scriptures. It was that the Almighty Father chose them because he can and he did. And I mentioned this in the previous recording. But I want to say to you, my brothers and sisters, we have the bar so high. We have the bar even set high for the 144,000 that is to rise in these end times, in the great multitude that is mentioned in Revelation 7 chapter. We have the bar so high, we find ourselves looking in the mirror and saying, I possibly could not be, may not be in that great multitude, but I pray that I am. We find ourselves saying, no, I'm not sure I'm a part of the 144,000 because it said virgins. It indicated that they were unblemished. I will present to you in the during this recording in the next one afterwards, number 8, something that I believe the Spirit of Yahusha brought to my attention. Listen carefully, O Yasharal, to these words. It is important for us to discern the difference between corruptible and incorruptible. Who we are, our makeup. I want to read to you Ecclesiastes 3rd chapter, verse 18. Ecclesiastes 3rd chapter, verse 18 through 22. It reads, I said in my heart concerning the matter of the sons of men, the Almighty One selects them so as to see that they themselves are beasts. For the event of the sons of men is also the event of beasts. One event befalls them, one dies, so dies the other. Indeed, they all have one breath. Man has no advantage over beasts, for all is futile. All is going to one place, all came from the dust, and all return to the dust. Who knows the spirit of the sons of men, which goes upward, and the spirit of the beast, which goes downward to the earth? So I saw that man could do no better but to rejoice in his own works, for that is his portion. For who would bring him to see what shall be after him? Let me say to you, my brothers and sisters, these bodies will return to the earth. They will turn to the dust in which they come. It is the flesh that is described as the beast, the flesh. We read where it talks about the flesh warring against the spirit. I submit to you, O Yasharal, it's time to discern what is corruptible and what is incorruptible. Our flesh is indeed corruptible. It will go back to the earth, as the wise man put it in Ecclesiastes 18 through 22. These vessels are temporary. They are temples of the Most High. Our spirit dwells within these bodies. And just as a building would crumble and be returned back to the earth, so will these bodies. It is important to identify that within us is a spirit, and that spirit is phenomenal, for we are joined one with the Spirit of Yahuah through Yahusha HaMashiach. Let me also read 1 Corinthians chapter 9. 1 Corinthians chapter 9, verse 25. It reads, "And everyone who competes control himself in every way, now that they do it to receive a corruptible crown, but we for an incorruptible crown. Therefore I run accordingly, not with uncertainty. Thus I fight not as one who beats the air, but I treat my body severely and make it my slave, so that when I have proclaimed to others, I myself may be rejected." Putting the Most High first, my brothers and sisters, we will come to realize what that corruptible crown is. 1 Corinthians 15:53. 1 Corinthians 15, verse 53. It reads as follows: "For this corruptible has to put on incorruption, and this mortal to put on immortality." And he's saying put on. And I say to you, my brothers and sisters, seek to discern what he is saying. Put on, make known, make it visible. He goes on to say in 54th verse, "And when this corruptible has put on incorruption, and this mortal has put on immortality, then shall come to be the word that has been written. Death is swallowed up in overcoming." That was 1 Corinthians 15. 1 Peter 1:23. I want to bring you now to 1 Peter 1:23. It reads as follows. Well, let me start with 22. 1 Peter 1:22. "Now that you have cleansed your lives in obeying the truth through the Spirit to unfeigned brotherly love, love one another fervently with a clean heart, having been born again, not of corruptible seed, but incorruptible, through the living word of the Almighty One, which remains forever. Because all flesh is as grass, and all the esteem of man as the flower of the grass. The grass wither and its flowers falls away. But the word of the Almighty One, remains forever. And this is the word announced as good news to you. And I say to you, my brothers and sisters, we have a spirit, we have an inward man. It has been made alive by Yahusha Mashiach, by the plan of the Almighty Father. And sure, my brothers and sisters, the time will come where we will see everlasting life with him, those who are indeed his children. Let me read 1 John 3:2. It reads as follows. "Beloved ones, now we are the children of the Almighty One. It has not yet been revealed what we shall be, but we know that when he is revealed, we shall be like him, for we shall see him as he is." My brothers and sisters, discern the difference between corruptible and incorruptible. When we do that, we may just find that the spirit within individuals who have been chosen to fulfill the role within the ranks of the 144,000, the 12 tribes, 12,000 from each tribes, that those positions, those tasks may surprise us of who will be among those ranks. See, we're judging outward appearance. We're judging our expectations. We've set the bar high, not understanding the pureness, the strength, the power, the priority in our spirit. Not understanding that it is the Almighty Father who has selected the 144,000 who will fulfill the prophecies that are written within the book that we know as the scriptures. It is the Most High who is drawing the 144,000 in great multitude. And we've set the bar high. So our expectations are looking for the pure, because we're looking at the outwardness. We're looking at the outward physical bodies of individuals around us, and we're saying to ourselves, how can this be? Although there are some who have right away said, I'm from the tribe of Joseph, or I'm from the tribe of Yehuda, or I know I'm from the tribe of Manasseh. Sure, people are saying and claiming these names, but I say to you, my brothers and sisters, during the final Exodus, there will be leaders, there will be elders, there will be shepherds who will confirm who indeed will represent the 144,000. They will confirm who among us will be among the 144,000, and they will ratify and confirm as led by the Spirit of Yahusha, as led by the power and might of Yahuwah sent in Yahusha's name, to confirm and reaffirm those who are among the 144,000 in great multitude. Let us realize, my brothers and sisters, this plan belongs to the Most High. Stay tuned for part 8 of this, for I continue to share something that I am convinced, I am compelled to believe it is important for the gathering of Yasharal in these final days. Be encouraged, my brothers and sisters, and stay tuned for number 8. It is a continuance with more to share on this matter. Shalom, shalom, shalom.